Well, Mary, here we are again doing our updates on all these great videos that we provide the folks in our team. We hope you're learning from these things. We try to get to them as soon as we can when there are changes, but they did make some recent changes on the editing and the targeting. And Mary, what have they done to us this time? It's all good, right?
It's all good. It's everything you could possibly want and more. When you come into prospects and you want to edit your targeting, you now can do city, state, and country. You can add information in here. You can do all genders. Let me say this about this spreadsheet, this information system. You do not have to fill in every single box. So understand that from the get-go. If you don't want Houston and you don't want a small town, large town, whatever, you don't want your backyard, that's fine. You can just put in Texas, okay? If you're looking for somebody in healthcare and you don't care what gender, male or female, I pick all. You now can, down here is advanced targeting. You can now go and type in a company or a job title or an industry, an education degree or major. You can do an age. You can also do the preferred method of how you want to reach out to those people. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or an email, or all of the above. Now, I'm going to back up a space and I go back to the age bracket. If you select an age bracket, and they're not the typical age brackets that most people are thinking, okay? It will limit the amount of data that we can pull back and provide you in your contact manager. Okay, so if age is really not a problem, don't pick an age. Okay, out of the massive database that we have to scrape from for the public domain of all of this information, if you put an age on it, not all of the names and information have ages on it. So if you can do away with picking an age, just pick all, okay? If you want to work with a particular company, now I'm going to change hats just a little bit and I'm going to give you some food for thought. If you're in the real estate business and you want to find a particular company employee, okay? We have used this example in the past. When the McKesson Corp moved from California to Dallas, the way that the real estate agent that's in Now site used that is he put an ad pin over the McKesson Corp in California. And the ad simply said, McKesson Corp employees, are you moving to Dallas? And if they clicked on it, it took them to the landing page, which then said, let me be your real estate agent. Okay, I'm your area specialist for Dallas, and I understand what class and what price range you want to look in. Okay, so he was already ready to talk to the executives. We did not have this system back then. Okay, so I'm kind of giving you an idea of how you can go after a brand new business moving to your area, moving across the country. Somebody is going to need that list. Now, if you're still wearing that real estate hat, you're going to need a mover, a landscaper, a doctor, a dentist, a doctor, a pet care. The list goes on that you can create your go-to people that you can also have benefit from the same contact that's your sphere of influence that will help you close that deal. So understand, one client can use multiple different companies of sources, okay? That's how you can spread out your networking, okay? But back to this ad targeting or prospect targeting, you're gonna want to be able to use those. Now, if you have the networking that you get 100 prospects a month, great. If you're on the free version that get 10 prospects a month, great. You still have more than 10 people that you can talk to brand new that you don't know today. Now, how do you go about reaching out to those people? You're going to find them on LinkedIn, Facebook, or any of the Instagrams, any of their accounts that show up in this. You're going to treat them like anybody else. You're going to go and invite them as a friend. Consider yourself in kindergarten again. And you walk up to everybody and say, "Hi, my name is, what's yours? Do you want to have lunch today?" Well, now it's changed to, do you want to grab a virtual coffee? Let's get to know that person. Remember, we are all human. We all have emotions, and we all throw up walls when somebody calls us to pitch us something that we weren't even thinking about today. So understand, you need that time to get to know somebody and let them get to know you before you make your pitch. So using the prospect tool is going to gain you more friends, more people you can communicate with, and more people you can talk to. Once you have gotten their permission to email them, make a note in your notes file under that prospect so that you can remember the day and time that you got that permission to email them. It's very important when you start dealing with the GDR compliance that you have their permission to send them an email. It is not across the United States, but it is in Europe, in California, and some other states that are coming on. Steve, do you have that list off the top of your head of who the other states are?
Yeah, the ones that come to the top of mind right now are Colorado and California. But there are about 19 other states, but also all the European countries. The European Union has adopted it. So has Australia and several other countries. So just to be on the safe side, you always want to check that little box that says GDPR.
Absolutely. So when you've added them to your list, you can move them around to your list, and that will be in another training should y'all need that, so you can move your contacts around to list. But just understand you can add them to more than one list. So for right now, we wanted to cover what My Prospects is and give you some tools and tips to be able to use the prospect and find like-minded people to who your avatar, your perfect person to do business with, looks like. Back to you, Steve.
Yeah, and this can be a real helpful tool as you get these prospects and you put them on your prospecting list, build a prospecting list, and these also become candidates for a drip email program. And you can tie them right to the drip email program as well. So think about a drip email program and how we do that, or go back to the drip email module and review that one on how to build that, and then start using these prospects and start building your brand out there and make them aware of what you do.
There you go. Best of luck.